in sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Longhorns will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Sun Devils offense will... The attack first. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they...
Breaks into the open. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front to go get positive yardage.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the running back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Unleashes one. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
To the ground with the back. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. The Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's complete on the right side. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. So Texas offense will have its first possession of the game. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time.
Turning it on. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Power football with the run. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if Kyle Adderley had push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Mahoney. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Sun Devils are flying down the field. To the air on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. Trying to make... Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. First and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big game. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the Bulldogs are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the Elkhorn. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know,
he lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Backed up now. Here's second and long. To throw, it's Potts. Finds the tight end. There he goes. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. They go to the ground. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And if I'm a running back, I'm like, listen, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front.
He's got it down the left. He's loose. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it first and 10, threatening inside the 30. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Longhorns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up.
Touchdown, Longhorns! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. From the gun, the running back has it. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Hussein. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Tight windows, no problem. The grab, the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. And the Sun Devils line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Sun Devils! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Potts. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have...
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Wants to throw it. Under fire. Got his man to the left. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Looking to throw, it's Potts. He's got the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Jones. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab inside the 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
On the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air, using the quick game. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lets it fly. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the catch down the right side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take the deep shot. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do?
The Sun Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Chunked it away just as he was hit. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Texas offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Using his feet. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. Back to throw, it's Potts. Wide open downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. With jet sweep pass. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Second down.
Quarterback on the keep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Soft spot in the middle. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Sun Devils are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Handoff to the lone back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going.
Turning it on! He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Dropping back, it's Potts. Finds his big tight end. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They've got a 1st and 10 as we're inside a minute to play here in the third. They'll leave it with him. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Run it with the fullback. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man quickly. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Rolling on the run. He's got it down the right side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Hussein. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the returner is stopped. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll go to the ground. Find some fresh air. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Red pass, it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Creates a little room. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Bringing the heat. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Potts. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Fitted in the window for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, look at the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback there.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Tries to get it on the ground. There he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
I know there's a lot of people out there when they see 4th and inches, they're thinking QB sneak, push, but not this offense. They've got conventional ways. They can turn around, hand the football off, and rip off an explosive play like they did there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up here.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matter with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hand off from the shotgun. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. Pressure coming. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. He takes the knee and the undefeated season continues. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, it's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road.